Hello everyone, Lucas Eddy here with KLIM. Today we're going to be looking at the newly redesigned Artemis Adventure Jacket and Pant. This is our most burly, most feature-packed, most robust women's adventure gear on the market basically, and definitely in our own line. And we've taken a really proven platform that was really popular with a lot of riders. We've improved it this year with refinements that make it better without changing the fundamentals of what made it really good in the first place. When I say that, I mean we improved ventilation, we improved the storage systems, we improved the abrasion protection, we improved the comfort and the fit. We basically went all across the board and refined this piece. So there's a lot to go through here. We're going to start with the jacket, then we'll move to the pants, so let's get right into it. So you'll see up here on the shoulder and on the elbows, we have this super burly Superfabric ceramic print fabric. You've seen this on the Badlands Pro gear on the men's side and some other products as well. And it's really, really good on the streets when you're sliding. This ceramic print will help kind of move across that pavement with a lower amount of friction and more protection. So we upgraded that from the previous year. We also have in certain panels here, like on the pockets and on the chest and also on the pants when we get to that, more higher denier 630D denier ripstop fabric there. It used to be 500 back in the day, so we improved those. So if you want to raise your arm there, we can actually see this seamless underarm gusset here, so there's not that seam pinching up in your underarm. You want to lower your arm and turn a little bit further, then we have this gusset right here in the shoulders. We actually upgraded this and changed the construction a little bit so it's more mobile, so when you're on the bike and you're moving around, you have more flexibility. So with that being said, we've covered the outside fabrics here on the jacket. Let's jump to the vents. And this is another thing we really did improve. I'm a big fan of this kind of vent system down here on the lower forearm. So basically what we have is you can unzip the top part here and get a little bit of airflow, or you can zip both of them up all the way and really open that cuff up super big. I'm a big fan of this. We've got this on the Carlsbad, we've got this on the redesigned Badlands Pro on the men's side as well. So it's been around for a couple years, super popular vent system, flows a ton of air into the forearm area. Moving up, we also have a vent up here on the bicep. And then if you want to keep turning around, we also have vents back here on the shoulders. So you can pop these upper back vents open as well and get more airflow through the top of your torso. So if you want to keep turning around, we'll get to the front. These are also super popular. We get a lot of really good feedback on these. We've got two vents here in the upper chest area, a ton of airflow. So when you're on the bike, even with air coming around the fairing, a lot of airflow keeps you comfortable. And the last thing up there at the top, we've got this collar tab back feature. If you want to pop open that, you can see these little elastic loops up here on the top. We hook those back on the shoulders and it brings more airflow up around your neck, keeps the collar out of the way when the weather's hot. Super nice feature. So this whole setup is more ventilated than it was before. I'm a big fan of this vent setup because it's really similar also on the men's side. So now as we get into the pockets here, we did upgrade this setup as well. So we'll try to break it down here. First things first, on the forearm here, we have the ID card pocket. Do you have a medical card or something like that? You can put it in there. EMS is trained to look for this symbol. They'll find your card in there with your medical information if it's relevant. There's a nice spot to put your credit card or something easy if you don't want to have your whole wallet out as well. Anyways, moving on, we have two lower hand pockets here on the front of the jacket. Easy to get into. And actually this right side jacket pocket here, it's a little bit hard to see on camera, but there's an organizer in there, so you can put your wallet into the organizer and then put other things around it or something else, like maybe you got chapstick or whatever in there, and it's much easier to keep things organized in your pockets. So I like that system there. It's also found in some of the men's gear. It's a really nice setup. And then around the back, we also have a horizontal back pocket here. You can put maybe a map or some extra gloves or something small in there. It's a nice easy place to put things out of your way. And then if we turn back to the front, we have a few more pockets on the inside. So we also get a lot of really good feedback, a lot of pockets in here. Some of the women's gear just doesn't have any pockets. We always like to remedy that. So we've got an upper chest pocket here, a lower pocket down here, and then on the other side, another lower zip pocket. So you can put whatever you need all over the place in this jacket. It's gonna work super well. And then moving to the last part of this jacket, we have all these comfort and adjustment features. So first things first, we've got this side cinch here for the waist. We made that one continuous loop around the jacket to make it more consistent when you cinch it up if you want to cinch that up, so it's a little bit more comfortable. Also on the side we've got these hip gussets. If you want to open those up, get some more room, you're good to go with that. Pops open like this, zip it down if you don't want that. And then the same thing up here with some more straps on the side of the arm. This will help keep the armor in place. It can help open up these vents as well to pull some more air in there. So overall, really solid comfort features here. So overall, really solid comfort adjustment features here. And the last thing I need to mention with comfort is this leather lining here on the cuff. We did this on a couple other pieces as well, and it adds some comfort. So you don't have the edge of this stitching on the cuff here. You actually have some nice soft leather there against your hand. It's comfortable, it works well. It's a nice little premium touch there. Up here we have this MOLLE panel. That's a standard MOLLE size panel, so you can put whatever you want up there. It's like a small spot tracker or something like that. Keep it easy to access up there on the chest. We also have that on the pants, but we'll get to that in just a second. So as we talk through a few more comfort features here, we'll see at the bottom of the jacket, we added a bottom hem adjustment. We've got 2 elastic cords on both sides. You can cinch that up a little bit more if you want. So we really tried to make this jacket as tailorable as possible. So however you want it to fit, you can cinch it up, make it loose, whatever works for you. That's what we tried to nail with this. Get that fit really dialed in, especially when you're on the bike, you want to be in a comfortable riding position. That's what it's articulated for, is for that riding position. Instead of like a weird straight up mannequin, we're setting it up to actually be used by a human being on a bike. So the last thing to mention about this whole setup before we jump to the pants is it's all CE AA rated for abrasion protection, so we like that rating. That's good to get for the street gear and for adventure riding and all of that, of course. So now we're moving to the pants, and let me just say really quick, Vanessa here normally wears a size 4. These are size 8, so they're a little bit bigger on her, so don't take this fit for how it's supposed to fit you when you get the right size for you. That being said, we did upgrade the fit and the mobility on this, same thing as we did with the jacket. So same thing as the jacket, we do have the Superfabric here in the knee and that 630 denier ripstop, carbonite ripstop right here. But then we also have some lighter fabrics down in the lower shin area and the upper pants here where they're less likely to get hit in a crash. So we're trying to adjust these layouts, improve that fit and mobility to prioritize and optimize the fabrics where they're supposed to be to do their job. So moving through these pants here, first things first is we have some ventilation up here in the upper thigh area on both legs, and then same thing on the back, and they're all backed by mesh as well. So if you want to turn around here, we also have the exhaust vents down here. And while we're back here, we can see that 630D carbonite on the back of the seat as well. We can see some of this leather inside the knee that's going to help you grip the bike, give you some protection from the heat. And then also down here on the inside of the lower shins of the calves, we have more of that 630D for some durability against the boots and the bike. And then of course we have low profile 3M carbon black reflective here, and your standard zipper and your button adjustment features at the lower cuff. So moving back to the front here, we've got 2 thigh cargo pockets. The right side pocket, it might be a little bit tricky to see on camera, but on the right side pocket, just like with the jacket, we have that internal organizer. So you can drop your wallet in there or other small items in the organizer and keep them higher up in the pocket, and then other things can be deeper in the pocket out of your way. So it's a nice way to kind of optimize that storage. And while we're over there, same thing with the MOLLE panel on that pocket. So you can attach some small things to the outside if you'd like to. Moving back around the side of the pants here, again we have this lower calf adjustment, or sorry, upper calf adjustment here to help keep that knee armor in place, keep everything where it's supposed to be. Speaking of armor, the whole jacket and pant has D3O level 1 armor. So that about sums up the Artemis Jacket and Pant redesign for this year. Again, this is our most feature-packed, highest amount of pockets, most amount of ventilation, most protection for the street, and of course for adventure riding. This is the most robust and feature-packed system in our women's adventure gear line. So be sure to check it out online. If you guys have any questions, hit us up in the comments. Find us on social media. It's all KLIM Motorcycle on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.